Hi guys, just wanted to do a video explainer for how to import a bulk collection into the KickHive app, which is a function that will probably be useful to quite a few of you. I know a lot of us previously have managed our sneaker collections by manual spreadsheets, updating prices on StockX or eBay or whatever, so that we can maintain the position of the collection and its value, or just to keep organized and know what we've got and where it is, etc. So I've built this function so that you can import your spreadsheet into the app, let it do the hard work for you, and have your whole collection displayed within the KickHive app, which we think is pretty cool. Couple of things to think about here. First of all, to get in there, you're going to add to Hive, and it's down here in the import collection section. Click through here, and there's an option here to download the template CSV. That will tell you the values required within the spreadsheet to pull all of the data that KickHive app collects. So it's worth having a look in here. There may be a couple more fields that you can add into your spreadsheet prior to bringing it into the app, which will save you a bit of time later on going through each shoe manually and updating the details in there. So worth having a look. But I've collected 50 shoes, put them into a spreadsheet, and not got all of the details in there, but for the purpose of showing you how it works. So let's go ahead and have a look. First of all, drag your file in here, and that CSV file is our file. Now, doesn't happen straight away. It'll take a little bit of time to do it, but straight away this spreadsheet's got 50 shoes in there, and the app has found all 50 shoes in there. This section is going to align the app with your spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet's got brand, maps to the brand in the app. Model maps to the shoe name. Colorway is correct. Size US is correct. Condition is correct. And purchase price is correct as well. So straight away, we're off to a good start, and let's click Start Import. Now, depending on how many shoes you're bringing into the app, this could take 1, 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. It's normally around about a minute and a half, but it'll scan the spreadsheet and it will upload them all as individual shoes into the app, and one by one sort of bringing in the data, the sales data for each of the shoes from StockX, from Goat, from eBay. So let's see how quickly it works. So pretty good here. Of 49 shoes, there's only one which is required for manual entry, which is the Retro High OG Air Jordan 1. We'll go back into that later and sort that out. There may be another few which we need to review. There's 3 shoes here that need to review, so let's go through. Air Jordan 4 Retro, it hasn't found, and that is not the correct shoe that it's suggesting, so we'll import that manually. Jordan 6 Retro Infrared Salesman, let's just say yes for that one. What else have we got here? Everything else has matched. Jordan 13 Retro Bread, Jordan 13 Retro Bread. Let's click yes to that one. If it's not the correct shoe, you can click no on there. It'll still get uploaded, and you can put the details in manually afterwards. But all of those are matched. It's found every single shoe, so we can click to import all 50 shoes. This may take a couple of minutes. This is the process, which is taking each of those individual shoes and bringing it into the app. So while that's happening, we'll just talk through what happens on the other side. It's going to populate our Hive and bring all of those shoes into the Hive, so we can then go in and amend any details that are needed to. First of all, what I would do is I'd be looking at the shoes which need manually importing, which we don't have too many there, which is good. Unlike some of the other apps which are available, and we've tried them all, they didn't actually allow you to manually import a shoe, which I found quite frustrating because you've got your whole collection there, barring a percentage of shoes which just can't get in at all, which didn't work for me. And so I continue to use a spreadsheet for my collection. But with this manual input, even if the shoe data isn't available on eBay, on StockX, on Go, where we pull the data from, you can manually input that shoe in, you can manually upload the photograph, image, and you can put all of the details of the sneaker, your purchase price. If you do manage to find a shoe somewhere to get a current value for it, you can input that in as well. So for the sake of the reporting and profit and loss reporting on your collection, it still has an entry and it's still there as part of your collection. You can still see it, which I think is really important. There's no point in having this sort of solution to upload a collection if you can't do your whole collection, right? So I think that will work for most of you. Yeah, nearly there, I think. Shouldn't take too long. Once it's in, we'll hit the ones which require a manual input. Here we go. So from the spreadsheet, we've got 48 shoes added to the Hive, and we've got 2 added as manual entries. It's already brought sales data in and saying the collection of this, the value, of this collection is $7,950 US, which is great. And we can go in to view my Hive. So all of those shoes from the spreadsheet have now been bought into the Hive. So let's go through and have a look. There's the Hive. Now, obviously they've been brought through. Over the next few minutes, the app in the background is going to be populating the data for each of these shoes and bringing everything into the app. So give it a little bit of time. It won't do it straight away because it's all done by feed, so it may just take a little bit of time. But most of them will be in there. Let's go to list view because I find it a lot easier to see what we're working with there. So as you can see, you can go down and most of the shoes here, they all have the relevant photo. They've got the descriptor that has been brought through. And on the right hand side over here, you've got sales data where there is sales data. As I say, it can take a couple of minutes for the data to populate, so we'll give it a bit of time to do that. But in the first instance, what we can do is, for example, the Air Jordan 4 Retros didn't pick up and there's no market data. It knows that we purchased the shoe for $195, but it's got no data actually within there. Inside the shoe. So there's a couple of things that we can do in there to find out exactly what it is. Now that's in military blue. It will pick up the data for the shoe so you can see it, and that's in military blue. It's a military blue Air Jordan 4. So what we can do there is we can hit into Google, we can pick up an image of the shoe, and we can bring that straight in and we can upload a photo of the shoe so that it's got it. And we can also go here, it says complete your sneaker info. We're going to click show and it'll tell you what we've not got within the app already from the spreadsheet. So if you go through the spreadsheet as I did before with all of the correct columns that are required, you can add silhouette height, category, release year and gender into your spreadsheet and fill that in per shoe, even if it's just blanket, so that when you import your spreadsheet you don't have to do this and all of the data is in there. But makes it easy, tells you which fields you've not got. So so let's do it. The Jordan 4 we'll put high, sneaker category we'll go basketball, release year I think we'll just go 2020 maybe. It was 2024. And select gender, we'll go male and we'll save it. So those details are now saved within there. If there is no current value, we can have a look on StockX and see if there's a lowest ask on the internet somewhere. you can come into here and you can set a manual. So let's just say, for the sake of it, $200, and we'll save that in. Based upon the condition, which has been brought in at good, it will calculate the value of the shoe at the current condition, which would be 120 based upon standard depreciation for sneakers. And uploading a photo, like I say, we won't do that right now, but you can go onto Google, you can pull in a photo and you can upload that straight into there. And regardless of whether or not we've got data from StockX or GOAT for that shoe, you've got that as part of your spreadsheet and your collection. And as you can see there, most shoes are in there. Once you update and you add data in, it will change up here. 50 pairs, currently you've got 21 up, 23 down, so we're missing 6 shoes. Those 6 shoes will be over here on the right with no data, and you can populate it, but it's that easy to bring in your data. For example, Asics Gel Nimbus 9. It has got all the details in here. If you give it a second, you can read about the shoe. It's going to say again, can you update the details in there? So let's see what we're missing. Height for this shoe would be low. Category would be, I guess, running. Release year, but it's 2025, and I'd set that as men's. So it's got all of the details we need. We paid $95 for it, and the condition is good, which doesn't quite, oh yeah, it does, it's adjusted, so obviously the shoe's gone up in value. It's already got the picture of the shoe in there, and it's pulled the details in from StockX, which is showing a lowest ask of $259, which is great. It's not showing price history. Maybe if we do an individual refresh, we'll be able to see the data for that shoe. Yep, there you go, shows where it's gone up and down, which is good. And then also, if you click into GOAT, you'll be able to see recent history in there. And there's your shoe. It's in the app, and that is how you perform a bulk upload. So have a go. Any issues, let us know. You can go into the help and support section and reach out to us if you really get stuck, and we can give you assistance there. But I think it's pretty simple. Definitely recommend having a look at that downloadable CSV spreadsheet to see exactly what is required inside your spreadsheet before you bring it in. It'll save you heaps of time doing it manually, and it'll just make the whole process really seamless and quick and easy. Thank you, and enjoy.